Server crashes are bad. But what if you could make the server never crash? Okay, this is TF2, so that's not possible. But a week after I released a video about how we made it run smoothly, we realized it was possible to create a plugin that is about as close to never crashing as you can get. There's two major parts to this. 1. TF2 has the retry console command. It reconnects you to the server you're currently on. And as it turns out, servers are allowed to instruct your computer to use this command. And 2. It's possible to detect when the server crashes and make it do one last thing before it passes out. So in theory, couldn't we make it tell everyone to reconnect just before it dies? So players are automatically brought back into the server when it comes back, making crashes much less disruptive and much more seamless. To players, it will look like the server just randomly changed maps in the middle of a game. But that's vastly better than making players go open the server browser, find the server, and manually reconnect. But would this actually work? Yes, and surprisingly, it wasn't that hard. Microsoft wants people to make cool things for Windows, so as part of that, they take care of some tedious parts involved with making cool things. One example of this is crashes. They provide a bunch of pre-written generic code to deal with programs crashing that programmers can plop into whatever they're working on. We hooked TF2 up to it, and it worked immediately. We can detect crashes and tell everyone to reconnect. But crashing isn't the only form of disruption that happens with a TF2 server. It can also freeze. It's not a proper crash since the server didn't die, but the server has stopped running code and processing data. What now? The solution we implemented was to make the server send a "I'm alive" every tick. Then, if it has been 7 ticks since we last heard from the server, we force every player to reconnect and restart the server. And that's it. That's how you, air quotes, have a server that never crashes. As far as I'm aware, this has always been possible, but a huge problem was if TF2 could restart quickly enough. The game gives reconnects roughly 25 seconds to happen before it gives up and shows you an error. The server can restart in about 10 to 15 seconds, which makes this work. But why stop at crashing? You can use this general idea to secretly restart a server as well. As a TF2 server runs, it will slowly collect memory leaks, increasing in memory usage. If memory usage passes 4 GB, it will crash no matter what. The 100-player server memory leaks to 4 GB in about 27 hours. So what do? Easy, you restart the server every day at 6 AM when it's empty. Except when I first released the video, the server was completely full at every hour of the clock. So that's where secret restarts would have been useful. On Halloween update release, which was also the day I posted my video, the update had broken the item data of a taunt, which made the server randomly crash a few times before Valve fixed it. Sometimes crashes are entirely out of your control, so the crash plugin would have been very cool to have back then as well. The server has now stabilized from all the update crashing, but there's always future updates, so it's good to have it there as a safety net.
To this point where he couldn't figure out where to fix the code, so he just like, okay, I'm just not gonna